Oh, right. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Hey, shalom, yasharala, shalom, shalom, shalom. Peace is real. Fuck. Before I get started with this lesson, I gotta give all the praises, all the honor, and all the glory to our Heavenly Father and His only beloved Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, and for water, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for another beautiful day. Another blessed day here on this planet, Idon, and the water, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for His everlasting grace, mercy, and favor that you have shown and bestowed upon us here in these last days, and the water, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for the spirit of life, the breath of life, the Rakakodash, the Holy Spirit that you have breathed into our nostrils once more, causing us to remember ourselves again here in the land of our captivities. And the water, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for the opportunity to serve Him and teach His word in truth and sincerity. And the water, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for my seafoods, that apostles and elders of GMS rule well, and the teacher and the branches that teach just like them, and peace and blessings to the Bayav Dawadat, said David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man, shalom. And so yours truly back with another quick lesson, just out and about. It's a good day. The light is looking good right now on your boy. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to talk about, the current events of what's going on around us. The world has been shaken up, right now. A lot of uncertainty. It's it's just an eerie feeling, it's 2026 has started off with a bang, man. And, it's a lot of talks. It's more talks of, war in the air. And, people just feel like, I don't know, man, it's getting to that point where, it's going to get serious. It's going to get draconian real soon. You feel it. It's coming, bro. It's coming, man. These ICE people, they're making noise more and more. Oh, it's all over the internet, on TikTok and stuff, how, they're putting random citizens down. Apparently now they're just grabbing up, random people. They're not even asking for identification anymore. Oh yeah, we in them times, man. And we already know what time it is, bro. And we know ultimately, they're gonna come after Jacob's trouble. And like I said, I've had plenty of visions and dreams. Oh, and I had another one, and I'm not gonna lie, and I have another dream that I had the other night that I wanted to share with you guys. It was about war, and it felt real. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had a dream or a vision in a while, man. So I knew this came from the Spirit. And like I said, we're in 2026. Come on now, we're in 2026, and it's all kind of war talk in the air. Once again, these nations, they're threatening these leaders of these nations is threatening other leaders of the nation. They threatening, your president. Yeah, bro, it's getting serious. They're gathering themselves together for war at this time because they know it's inevitable, bro. We say it, behold, the third world comes quickly. This is where we at. And then, like I said, we know that martial law is soon to come as well. That's at hand. All of this, it's like, a whole shutdown is at hand. We see it coming. It's gonna get really serious. It's just all things is at hand at this time. The prophecies, man, everything is coming together on the left hand and on the right. Because once again, we know this digital system is coming. It's being ushered in as we speak, man. Come on. We know they end game. We know what play they finna run, bruh. Before they even break the damn huddle. You know what I'm saying? We calling it out, bruh. We know what play they gonna run before they break the huddle, man. We know they want total control over the inhabitants of the earth. That's why they're gonna want to mark you with that digital, that mischievous device soon. We're gonna keep talking about this because it draws near. you know, but yeah, I wanted to share this dream I had because, like I said, there's just so much going on. It's a lot going on, and we just, once again, 2026, I said it's going to be a real interesting year, and I'm excited because we don't know what's going to happen, but we know the scriptures, but yeah, but let me tell you all the vision I had. It was about war. So boom, I was in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? I was in my neighborhood, and suddenly, I started hearing all kind of warplanes. You know what I'm saying? In the atmosphere was the skies were covered with warplanes, bro. Yeah, and they came in. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And I also seen, a lot. Oh, some of them, like the warplanes, it was a lot of them. Ooh, right? I looked up. I was like, why? The sky was filled, like in my dream, the sky was filled with warplanes. Then they started dropping bombs. Boom, 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 boom. Right? And in my dream, everything started shaking. And they was dropping bombs. Boom, boom, boom. And they was also men parachuting out of the planes. Yeah, I seen all of this, And I'm like, why am I seeing this now? Because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen a vision or a dream like this in a while. And it felt like a vision, bro. I haven't seen it in a while. Because I'm not gonna lie, I remember when I first woke up, I remember when I first woke up, or my spiritual awakening, or when your spiritual awakening or whatever, you first wake up, you're like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? I remember I was being flooded with like visions and dreams of my, like, war, Russia, China, people that I knew, what ISIS doing, they being hauled off to concentration camps. I've seen visions of spiritual power, visions of, the animals gathering themselves together, following me. And I was seeing a lot. But I was writing it down. The Lord, appeared unto me, and then I feel like Yahweh Shemashai don't want to spoil it. Like, he'll show you bits and pieces. He'll show you a little something, and then he'll just stop, But like I said, I'm not gonna lie. In my spirit, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen, what I'm saying? In my spirit, I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't had like a vision or a dream in a while. Like, is something wrong with me or something? Like, am I going off? Like, what's going, what I'm saying? Then, like I said, 2026, like all this war talk. And I'm not gonna lie, even before I went to sleep, I ain't gonna lie, I was watching a lesson on this one guy's testimony. He said he had a dream of like Trump it was like breaking news. He got on the podium and was like, a crash is coming, woo woo woo. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I don't really remember, but and then, he had fell out of something. I don't know. But I went to sleep listening to that, and I was like, what? Pine, I had a dream like that for real, man. And I'm not gonna, it sounded real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wow, these are messages. And then, like I said, while I went to sleep listening to that video, and then I had this dream. Like I said, it was warplanes. Then I was dropping bombs on Babylon, bro. Everything started shaking, right? And in my spirit, I knew what time it was in my dream. And guess what I was doing, brothers and sisters? I was rejoicing in the spirit, I was rejoicing. I was rejoicing. You might think I'm crazy. I had told my my Puerto Rican sweet thing. I told her, the dream I had. I was like when I'm telling y'all, I was like, yeah, bombs started dropping. It was hella warplanes, had like filled the skies. Mine parachuting out. I was like, wow, oh yeah, this is it. It's war. It's go time. In my dream, that's I was excited. So boom, and then when started shaking, and the people around me were hella scared and terrified, and they didn't know what to do. People in my neighborhood, they all came outside. They were scared, freaking out. They didn't know what to do. And then here it is. I'm rejoicing, praising Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Sorry, if I'm literally conscious, and when I'm seeing this, I'm like, oh yeah, and I started praising Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh, shot the water, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, yeah. I started rejoicing when these things was taking place. Here, there's this war going on around me, and I'm rejoicing in the spirit, praising Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? And the people around me was watching me, and they was like, what the hell? What is he? He's praising the Lord, right? They was confused why I was so excited, praising the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was like, Baba Kusha, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, how was I know? Baba Kusha, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I was praising the Lord. And the people in my neighborhood around me, in my dream, they was like wondering what the hell I had going on. And like, they was so scared, so terrified, they didn't know what to do. Guess what they started doing? They started praising the Lord with me. I'm telling you, they started praising the Lord with me, bro. So that shit was so funny. And then, like I said, I told my Puerto Rican thing, and she started laughing too. I was like, yeah. I started praising the Lord, and they didn't know what to do, and they just started praising the Lord with me. That's how scared they was, right? So boom. Then, like after I praised the Lord, then I ran, and I knew what time it was. I ran and got my I had picked up my I had ran and went to grab my staff, my staff, my shepherd staff. You know, I have a shepherd staff. I went and grabbed it, and when I looked at it and grabbed it, you know, it just felt like a movie scene. Like when I grabbed it, I was like, it's time. You know what I'm saying? It's just time. The water, how about outside? Finally, you know, in my mind, I was like, it's time, bro. You know, and then my shepherd staff had looked like Moses. Like, it had looked like Moses' staff in the Prince of Egypt. It looked just like Moses' staff in the Prince of Egypt. Like when I picked it up in my dream, it don't look like. I'm just saying, like when I picked up my shepherd staff, in the dream, it looked just like Moses' staff in Prince of Egypt. And then when I took it, you know what I'm saying, I started walking, and the people that was in my neighborhood around me, like after they see me praising the Lord, and then I picked up my rod, I just told them to follow after me. You know what I'm saying? I told them to just follow after me, because they didn't know what the hell to do. They was scared. They was just following what I was doing. So I was just like, you know what, man, just follow after me. And I had my shepherd staff in my hand. I just started walking. They just started following me. You know what I'm saying? And dream ended, you know? And when I seen it, I was like, wow. Like I said, I woke up immediately, and, you know what I'm saying, told my Puerto Rican thing, yeah, check. And yeah, because it was fresh in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow. You know, I was like, wow. Like, it's the reason why I seen that, because this is spirit. It's coming. You know, it's coming, man. It's coming, man. I can feel it. These people around feel it. We're giving out the warnings. We're blowing the battle horn, sounding the trumpet. That's what we're doing, and we're still doing it. So yeah, man, this thing is real. And like I said, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, we've been talking about this, so it's like we've been speaking on this especially my seafoods, for a while. So it's like, I'm not gonna lie, like I was excited because I knew it was next. I was like, oh yeah, the Messiah's coming. You know what I'm saying? So I started rejoicing. I was like, yeah, the Lord is coming, man. And then, like I said, I got excited because I'm thinking about the Elohim. I'm thinking about the Lord. I'm like, oh yeah, this is what they want. This is exactly what they want. They want this thing to pop off so the Lord can send down his mighty ones, man. The water, Yahweh Shema Shah, man. So the Lord can send his mighty ones down, man. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, man. You see, so I was excited because I believed the spirit of the Lord was with me, man. I believed it. And like I said, a precept. Salaki, one precept. Oh, and by the way, precepts was going through my mind too, in my vision. I was like, oh my gosh, precept. Oh, these people, they following me? Precept. You know what I'm saying? So when the people like didn't know what to do, You know what I'm saying? And you know, and you know, they was like really terrified and scared. Like I said, they was just doing what I was doing. They just started praising the Lord and they just started following me, bro. You know, and that's a precept. I want to get one precept real quick because precept was just going through my mind when I was seeing this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've seen this. So this is the book of Amos, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Amos? Let me see. Which one? Which one was it? Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Which one? Hold on to the, oh my gosh. I haven't brought this one out in a while. Why I can't find it though? Damn, bro, I haven't brought this out in a while, bro. Oh my gosh, man. This is pissing me off. Hold on. This is pissing me off. Hold on. Was it Zechariah? I think it was Zechariah. Okay, yeah, it was Zechariah chapter 8. Yeah, it was Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 8, quick precept. Zechariah chapter 8 and verse 23. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Tazabah, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. That's what I seen. This is what I seen, bruh. I'm telling you, this is what I seen. Like I said, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying, but look, it's written. The Spirit of the Lord is gonna be upon brothers so heavy in that day. They're gonna be so excited. The Spirit is gonna turn up. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna see it. They're gonna see it. And this is gonna come to pass. One more time. Zechariah 8:23. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold of out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God, Yahweh Bashimashai, is with you. Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Yahweh the Zadis was edifying, comforting, and motivating, to the hopeful elect, the house of David, So shalom to the Bayav Dawadah, shalom to the elect, shalom.